golden, can't control. Fingers crossed you take me home. So play me all night, hold me tight, keep me in the spotlight. Show me what it's all about. Take a shot, morning's getting closer. I'm waiting on you to tell me it will be alright. A little bit closer now, think it's time we try this out. What are you waiting for? So keep me moving to the beat of the night till the lights go out. Oh, and if you want, baby, I could be the only one. Make up your mind. I know you want it, I know you need it. Come on, show me anything. You got me running, can you feel it? If you let me, I'll show you what it means. I know you want it, I know you need it. Come on, show me it. You got me golden, can't control. Fingers crossed you take me home. So play me all night, hold me tight, keep me in the spotlight. Show me what it's all about. Just take a shot, morning's getting closer. I'm waiting on you to tell me it will be alright. A little bit closer now, think it's time we try this out. What are you waiting? Show me what it's all about. What it's all about. I'm waiting on you to tell me it will be alright. A little bit closer now, think it's time we try this out. What are you waiting for? Think it's time we try this out. What are you waiting for? Just take the shot, we try this out. What are you waiting for?
Hi everyone. Hey Sprinkles, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yep, I'm here. Hello.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm great.
I'm cool.
I saw you were very hot where you are in the pool.
Well, in the pool it's not hot, but everywhere else it's very, very hot. We had a hot
Oh,
day.
okay.
Not hot here. It's nice.
Good.
Awesome.
It's sort of steamy where I am, and I'm already tired of it. The end of May.
Oh, well, this is usually a little bit cooler at this time of the year where I'm at in the desert, just a little bit. Like we'll stay in the 90s, but here it went up to 100 today, and I'm like, where did spring go? Where did it go? Tell ya. So
there was no spring.
I know, but not only for us, but for a lot of other people. Because, well, look at that snow that was coming down in the east there. Oh, my goodness, that was crazy. Yeah. So, okay, so let's let everybody know, what we're going to be hoping to do today and give a little insight into an area that isn't too much out there, but I think it should be because I think it can be a great help to others. So,
well, tonight, the only thing we're going to do tonight is we're going to do a mini past life regression. And there are many ways you could go to the past, whether it's in your childhood or through your life, or should I say past life or parallel life or whatever you want to call it. And you don't have to believe in reincarnation to do this. Okay, this is something that you can do just to find out. Sometimes you want to look for a pattern, why a particular habit or pattern is in your life, or sometimes you just want to say, well, why am I so interested in this country, or why am I able to talk to these individuals?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it depends on what it is. It could be from soup to nuts why you want to do this. It doesn't have to be just a specific kind of thing. And like, I like in the past, for instance, you could do, well, why am I afraid of this particular thing? Like Sprinkles is afraid to do this. So why is he afraid to do this?
You told everybody.
I had to, because you're afraid of it. So, this is part of the process of what this hypnosis and the, it doesn't even have to be hypnosis. It could be creative visualization. Because if hypnosis scares you, we could say it's creative visualization. Same thing, except hypnosis takes you a little deeper. And tonight I'm just going to do sort of a in-between kind of thing. We're going to do a little more like a deeper relaxation, but then I'm not going to go. We're not going to go any deeper than the initial.
Okay.
So what we're going to look at tonight, whatever Peg wants to do, it'll be Peg Jones who will be my subject, and who and we'll go wherever she goes. So we'll see what we can come up with tonight.
Well,
okay. Are you ready?
Good. That sounds good. I'm ready. Hand it over to you guys.
Okay. We'll do, like I said, we'll do a relaxation. Then we're going to take a walk. We're going to take a journey. And then we're going to see what happens. Okay? All right.
Okay.
All right. And then you'll come back.
I hope. I come back. I hope I don't stay there.
Unless you want to stay there and just play for a while.
Yes, this is going to be very interesting. So,
all right.
I'm going to step back and you ladies handle it.
Are you comfy? Peg, are you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, got my glasses off, feet up, all comfy.
You're sitting in a comfortable way, like relaxed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my feet are up and I'm comfortable.
Okay. And I will tell you again that you will remember this. I will remind you throughout the whole process of the whole regression that you will remember what you find. And the thing is, if I don't ask you a question pertaining to the particular thing that comes up, that's okay, because you will remember and we can talk about it afterwards. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Take a deep breath and relax. I'm going to count from 3 down to the number 1. With every number I count, I would like for you to take a deep breath. And each time I say the word relax, I'd like for you to relax and allow the breath to rush from your body. With every number I count, I would like for you to take a deep breath. And each time I say the word relax, I would like for you to relax and allow the breath to rush from your body. Relax and allow the breath to rush from your body. 3, 2, take a deep breath, and relax. Relax your body, relax your mind. 1, take a deep breath and relax. Relax your mind, relax your body. Good, very good. Now continue to breathe normally. I'm going to count from 3 down to 1 again. I'd like for you to mentally release each group of muscles that I call to your attention now. 3, release the muscles in your neck and shoulders. Feel your head slowly drop forward. 2, release the muscles in your back and allow your hands to fall to your side. 1, release the muscles in your stomach and feel the relaxation flow down through your legs and feet. Good. This is like a series of dominoes. All the muscles in your body begin at the top of your head and flow one into another as each one releases and relaxes. Very good. Now, I would like for you to imagine a wave, like an ocean wave, a wave of warming, soothing relaxation, rushing over your body and rushing back down again, taking with it all the tensions, all the strains, and bathing you in a sea of warming, soothing relaxation, rushing up over your body and rushing back down again, taking with it all the tensions, all the strains of every day. It's a wave, like an ocean wave, rushing up over your body and rushing down again, bathing you in a sea of warming, soothing relaxation, allowing you to relax, causing you to relax, relax, and go deeper, deeper and deeper. You will become more relaxed, more sleepy, more drowsy. Take a deep breath and relax. Relax and go deeper, deeper and deeper. Now I would like you to imagine a very beautiful staircase in front of you. And I'd like you to, we're going to take a walk up those stairs to the door at the top. So now I'd like you to take the first step, climbing up the steps. The second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're at the beautiful door. It's engraved. It has all these flowers and beautiful drawings on it, all engraved in it. Now I'd like you to just slightly push it open. Or whatever's there. There's a chrysalis sitting on a short path. A chrysalis it's clear. And it has a little door that opens up. It's already open for you. And so I want you to walk along this short path in the beauty of nature and arrive at the chrysalis and climb in. Your spirit guide may join you if you wish. That's your choice. Or whoever else you'd like to be there with you. Now take a deep breath. As you settle down, take a deep breath. And as you do, the door closes. And on the count of 3, you'll be racing through time to another place. So be relaxed. Take another deep breath. And as I count to 3, you'll be going on a race through time. 1, 2, 3. You go through time, racing through the sky, through the universe. And as the chrysalis lands, take a deep breath. You get out. Take a look around. And as you step on the earth, trust the impression everything that you see, feel, and hear. I'm going to ask you a couple questions if you like, and you'll up to it. What do you perceive? What are you feeling now?
I'm in a foreign land.
How are you feeling?
Like I'm familiar with the area.
Okay, and what are you wearing? Look at your feet. What are you wearing on your feet?
Sandals.
Okay. And I'm going to, when we come back, I'm going to probably ask you the same questions just to verify that we heard correctly. But right now, we'll continue on with these questions. What kind of clothes do you have on?
It's light clothing, but it's like a tunic.
Okay. Is there anything on your head?
No.
Okay. Can you tell the color of your hair?
Dark brown.
Okay. Can you estimate how old you might be?
I'm walking. I'm outside.
And what's describe it to me?
I don't know. It's almost like it's kind of desert.
Mm-hmm.
Red sand. Kind of.
If you can't give me an answer about that right now, maybe it'll come to you as we go through a couple other questions. Are there any other? Can you describe the scenery? I mean, other than the sand, are there any other houses or like tents or whatever? Tell me what might be there in the sand.
Like Pueblo.
Okay.
Homes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that clay architecture, kind of that smooth architecture. It's almost like there's several homes. It's kind of a town with that kind of architecture, and there's like the larger building is its church.
Okay. Okay. Are there many people around you?
Yes, as when I first landed, I landed by the church, but as I was walking through the town, there were lots of people around.
Okay. And what is the town itself, what does it remind you of?
I think somewhere's in Mexico.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else that you can describe about how are you feeling there?
I'm feeling comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Are you able to speak to anyone?
Yeah. You say hello as we walk by.
Okay. Is there anybody else with you?
Yes.
Is it someone you know from this lifetime?
No.
Okay. Is it someone so it's a total stranger?
No, I think it's my guide.
Okay. But there's no other individual,
Not with me.
Okay. Is there anything else you could tell me about this experience? Do you feel you went there for a reason, or are you there because it's something that you remember as a good place?
I think I was working there.
Okay. Do you have any idea what you might have been doing?
No.
No, okay. That's okay. Is there anything else you could tell me about it? If you could go back there, would you go back there?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Can you tell me anything else? Because if not, then we're just going to move through the rest of this.
It was just a very comfortable feeling. I felt very much at home.
Okay. So everything that you told me, you will remember when we come back. Okay. So if there's anything specific that you may not have noticed, then it may come up in your conversation when we talk about it, or why you went there other than comfort. You know, it could be just could be that it was a good place to go, and it feels good to you, and that's good. That's a okay thing to do, because it gives you an idea. It gives others an idea that you can just do this and get an idea of maybe someplace you've been before, or it's just someplace that's a nice, comfortable feeling. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So you will remember. Okay. And I'm going to, since this is a mini regression, we're going to come back now. And we take a little bit of time to come back. So I want you to take a walk back to the chrysalis. You go down the path, and it should be waiting, and the door should be open for you. And once you get in, tell me that you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. Realize that you've done really well. Okay. So you have remembered something from a past, and in trust, and it's in gratefulness, because it was a gift. It's a treasure, and it's sort of like a surprise, and you went with the flow of the regressiveness, and that's terrific. So in a moment, with a count from 1 to 10, you're going to be reoriented yourself completely to the present time and to the present day at the count of 10. And you'll be refreshed and feeling great. So I'm going to count slowly from 1 to 10 and bring you back. Okay. 1, stepping firmly into the present. 2, feel total normalization. 3, feel the life energies returning. 4, you may wish to move your hands or neck or feet. 5, remember what you have accomplished. 6, realize that you have done very well. 7, coming up to full strength. 8, re-energized. 9, revitalized. And 10, slowly open your eyes. You are wide awake. Good. Very, very good.
Cool.
So I have a couple quick questions, and then we can talk about it after the break. So if there's anything that you could think of in that particular scenario that might be related to something in your life today, keep that in mind.
Okay.
And that's something, if you think of anything, and if there's anything behavior from that little short journey, is that if there's anything related to this life, then keep that in mind. And was there a pattern that you observed? See, these are deeper. These are like sort of more, if you really went into a deep place. But you did the same thing without having to go really deep. So if there's any patterns that you observed, keep that in mind. And what did you gain? Is there anything that you bring back from that time? And if there's anything that you saw that you might want to change in this life, then that too can be another thing to think about. And maybe none of these apply, but it's a good thing to debrief anyway. So, okay, that's about it for now. And
Okay.
we'll talk about where we could take this then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very
My
well
pleasure.
done. Very nice, ladies. Very nice.
Thanks.
I got some
That was
questions
interesting.
too. Yeah. Is it possible that I hooked a ride along with her?
What's that? I didn't hear that.
Is it possible that I had hooked a ride with her there?
Yeah, you could have done it. Yeah,
Oh,
you might have.
okay. Interesting.
Well, we'll talk about see if you got anything.
Okay. Yeah, I did, but let's take the break, and this way we'll get that done and out of the way, and then we'll
Okay,
come back.
that's perfect. Thanks so much.
Okay, awesome.
That was great. Thank you.
I loved it. You did well.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to the Wizards Within.
We're back.
Yes, we are. Absolutely awesome, ladies.
Peg, are you back?
I'm back.
Why is it? It seems like a revolving door. No, very interesting, I must say. And I really kind of know why I get nervous with it. And that is because I can get so deep into things. Do you know what I mean? So it's
yes.
That is kind of like why I hesitated. But Peg seemed very much in control, which is another thing because she seems so relaxed in her sharing it with you. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So. Okay. Excuse me.
I had to get the laugh in.
With Peg, when you were there, I mean, you were able apparently to see certain things around you, and
yeah, it was like I saw this town, and I believe it was in Mexico.
wow.
And I believe I was I believe this was a lifetime where I knew my guide that had been introduced to me earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe I was walking around town with him.
Wow.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And it was almost like I received a little bit of insight of how he might have played in my life, and that he was like a confidant for me, and like almost like a counselor or a healer, maybe a priest of some sort. As a matter of fact, I think he was, or maybe a brother or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And not my brother first, but like
but, a brother,
like
yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And so it was like we were just walking. Like when I got there, I was like on the lawn of the church. It was like I was like right at the church there, and then we just kind of walked around town, and yeah, that's it was just very comfortable.
Did you notice the clothing of others?
Pardon me?
Did you notice the clothing of others?
Of others, I feel like it was like tunics and skirts. For like men wore tunics and pants and wore skirts and kind of tunics, kind of a flat or a costume type.
So Jan, how long have you been doing this past life regression?
How long have I been doing? I've been a clinical hypnotherapist for. Wait, let me think. 28 years.
Wow, that is awesome. That really is. I find it fascinating only because I was guided to read these books from Dolores Cannon, and I've actually shared some of the books with Peg.
Oh yeah, QHHT.
Yes.
I've been listening to some really amazing QHHT sessions on YouTube with all that's been going on now as far as the wave and the kind of the event, as they call it, where the ascension process is affecting us all in one way or another. They're amazing sessions. Alice Co. is one, and there's a few others that share their sessions. So it's pretty cool.
So, but how did you get?
Sounds interesting. Yes.
Yeah, Jan, how did you get into doing this? What got you?
How did I get into it? Well, I did a past life regression with a friend of a friend, and she wasn't a hypnotherapist, but she did regression. She was more like a healer that did regressions and went through. I think she took a course in it too, but it was not. I don't know if it was with the same individual that I took the courses, but I can't remember that. But anyway, I did a regression with her because I was going through something at the time, and I couldn't figure out who this particular person was why this person was in my life. Okay, and my husband couldn't figure it out, and it was not a difficult thing. It was just something very interesting, and I found out through this regression that this person was my father in a past life. And once I found that out, my obsession, in quotes, stopped totally. Like it was like I was able to release that whole concept of whatever it was. And it was so interesting that occurred. And I said, I told the person, I said, you know what? I said, you were my father in past life. I don't know why I was so enthralled and obsessed. Not that I saw this person often, I didn't. But it was just like when I did talk to them, I thought, oh my goodness, I feel like I've known you forever, and who are you, and why are you in my life? Well, then I found out, and I thought, wow. It was just so interesting. And my friend who did the Past Life Regression, we also found a couple things about my husband and myself, which were very interesting, but very good. And I thought, huh. So from then on, she said, well, there's somebody that's teaching this course. Why don't you go take it? And I said, okay. And I took 2 courses. I took the basic, and then I took the advanced. And I loved it. I taught it for years. In workshops, I did a lot of like stress reduction. I did creativity. I did smoking. I did weight loss. I did you name it. And then I had somebody come to me as a client. He had to fly to Europe for his job, and he was petrified. He could fly short distances, but he never could fly to Europe. I mean, long distances, for hours. And I said, well, let me see what I can do. So he came to me 2 sessions, and we got him through. He went to Europe. He called me when he came back. He said, I was so relaxed. And he said, by the way, he says, I was so relaxed on the train coming out of the city for 30 minutes that I almost missed my stop.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
So I said, well, at least you're relaxed, if nothing else. And I'm sorry you almost missed your stop.
Oh, my goodness.
So that was my, I had been doing it for a long time, and then I just sort of got off track. And you know what? It's funny, because now that I did this whole thing tonight with you guys, and I feel I want to do it again. I have to go back to it.
I think you're really great at it.
Thank you.
I think it helps a lot of people. I mean,
how did you feel? I'm asking because I'm not even looking at you. I know who you are, and I know I've seen your picture on Facebook, and you do the heart thing, and I understand that, but I've never seen you in person, or I've never had the opportunity to converse with you otherwise. So I thought, but people do tapes or CDs, or they do it
online now.
Oh, do
they?
Yeah, and they're really, and so it's amazing what can be done.
Yes.
We have spoken. We spoke, I think, in December about your radio show.
Oh, yes.
You were to do.
That's right.
Yeah, and but that's the only time we've ever really spoken, except tonight and last week.
I mean, in my power outage, yes, I was hoping tonight it wasn't going to storm and there's going to be a power outage right in the middle of your regression.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
But I don't understand why I totally, it was almost like my guide wanted me to really understand what the almost like what the history of this was, and so
have you ever done it before? Have you ever had any kind of hypnosis or regressive therapy or anything like that?
Yeah. I've had it, and I do the Akashic records.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I'm calling you.
Okay, no, do. Yeah, I worked with Linda Howe, who wrote the book How to Access Your Akashic Records.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you mean. I'm not familiar. I think I have seen that. Yes.
Yeah, she's from Chicago.
Okay.
Area, and she's her third book published with Hay House.
Oh, okay. Okay.
2 or 3 years ago. So, yeah. And I've interviewed her too on the radio or the internet. So, because she'd come to Salem, Mass, and to Andover, Mass. So,
okay.
Awesome.
So maybe we should do sprinkles. Maybe we should have Peg on and do Akashic Records.
Yes, that would be lovely. I'd like to know more about that.
I would rather not. It was kind of, I'd be glad to do it private.
Okay.
But it's not really something
that you could do. Like that would be.
I mean, I could, but yeah. It's kind of like in the training. It was kind of like you make it a private.
Yes, yes, I understand. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, the thing is the same thing with this, with the regressive thing. Now, if something popped up in your journey, that was that you prefer not to talk about. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I left it very general.
Yeah, and that was kind of a general thing that was given to me, I think, too, in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. So, yes, definitely, because I don't think it's appropriate either to do something like this on a YouTube.
Yeah,
right.
That millions, if anybody's listening, no, it isn't. Yeah. But I mean, but it's something. It's just an example of what you can do.
Yeah. Right. I've done it for weight loss. I did hypnotherapy for weight loss.
Oh, did you? Mm-hmm.
Years ago. That was amazing. Didn't really work, but the sessions were amazing.
Well, you know what? It can. I have had people. I don't know. I used to listen to the individual I learned from. He had back in the day tapes. I mean, of course, tapes were the thing at that time. But I mean, I have already made my own. I have to make my own things that are I can give to people because I think it worked. It didn't work because I didn't do it all the time. If I would have done it every night, he suggested you listen to it before you go to bed.
Oh, okay.
And I used to do that every night. If it wasn't for that, it was for like stress or for creativity or something else. And I think that kind of thing. But the weight loss was tough.
It was just sessions. I mean, she was just like what you were doing. She was reading the script.
Yeah, it's a script.
And I don't even, and she talked about some mudras.
Okay, the mudras, yes.
Or the what's she called, memes or something. Or like practice, like a practice, like when I was feeling like I needed to eat or something, like to be kind of like a mudra.
Yeah, it is sort of a mudra, yeah.
And it did work for a while, but it didn't. I didn't stick with it. I probably should have gone back. But
well, you know what? A lot of times, this is going off the track, really a lot. But I was just reading I'm sure, I don't know if you both read it or not, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. It is extraordinary. Yes. It's an old book. I picked it up about a week ago, and I'm just like enthralled because it's about, I mean, that's something also we could talk about down the road, about how you're thinking, how what you say or think is going to be truly what's going on in your life.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Like you can like they gave an example of someone had this guy had a problem with, I don't know, some health problem. It wasn't extreme, but it was bothering him totally. And he said, I am healthy. My knee is perfect. You know what? 2 days later, his knee pain went totally away and never came back. As long as he did go and start saying, oh, my knee is hurting. Oh, my knee is hurting. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so much of what we feel is in pain or something is emotionally based, and energetically based, and that's something I'm learning now in what I'm dealing with. But I mean, it's and there's some excellent books about that. Have you heard of John Sarno? He's written some excellent books about mind and body, pain and everything.
But I mean, this is just about anything. This is about money. Like people say, I don't have any money. Well, you don't have any money. They'll make sure that you don't have any money. So to tell you the truth, if you want money, you say, I'm a millionaire. I have millions in the bank. You just keep saying that. And I say it all the time.
That's right.
And people look at me like I'm nuts. But you know what? It works.
Yeah, because the power of the mind, I mean, they haven't even scratched the surface of what the mind can do, okay? And it's like, you know, well, when I do my astro, say, that's going to possibly another dimension or whatever. The thing is that our mind, so it's very possible. And I look me up and tells me, oh, do you know, did you hear, you see that this is how it's done. And just like I had to kind of see what Peg, not because I was making Peg a guinea pig of any sort. It's just that she seems more relaxed. Even when I asked her, she was open to it. And I wasn't as relaxed. I had, I had this cold from whatever, and it didn't feel right that I should do it at this time. But I gotta tell you that it was very well done. I liked it. It was comforting. It seemed very calm and serene. Even the way Peg was looking at things, as she was describing, seemed to show that atmosphere or that environment of peace and calm and just enjoying. You know what I mean? Did I lose you?
No.
Oh.
No.
So people need to be aware of all the things that we have the ability to do. And it may take study and it may take practice after practice after practice, but it can be done. And it really depends on the person on how far they want to go with it. And Jan, you got to the point to where you're actually doing this and helping others with it. And I think that's fantastic. And that's just about every tool that we use, any kind of, I'll say a tool, because it's something that we take on and we can shape it and be of help with others. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely amazing. I really loved this. This was great. And I'm going to want to know more about it. So we're going to have to go over this again. And yes.
And I'll be glad to talk about the Akashic Records. I mean, but what they're all about and everything too.
Well, why don't we do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm for it. I'm game. I want to know as much as I possibly can because I don't know everything.
Yeah. Well, I know some things, but I don't know a lot, and that would be fun. That would be interesting to learn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can all expand on it. That would be great. You know what I mean? Giving each view and stuff, because it's like that portrait. Everybody can see the same picture, but we see different things. And that would be the same with anything that we take on to learn about, to become more aware of, to become focused on, to be, to me, it's a hunger to learn. And when I get that hunger to learn, there's no stopping. I need to know more about something. You know?
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
At all.
No.
Yeah.
And it was completely different from what I had expected. Okay, because my past life readings that I had done was years ago, and it was done by me sending a picture into this lady, and she would tell me all the years. She said I had 37 years. I'm like, gosh, when am I going to learn my lesson? but and she told me some of those things, and how it resonated was unbelievable. I even had my mother listening on it when she was alive, and she was fascinated too and amazed at what can come through. And this was from a picture, so I don't know what her means was of being able to do this. We never inquired on that, but I was taking a parapsychology course in way back in the early 70s, I think it was. But very, very interesting. I was blown away, you know. So, but this is just as good and just as powerful, because Peg actually went somewhere and was able to speak about it. And I'm hoping whatever little Scott, she said that she met with her guide, and that must have been very fascinating as well, to for her to know that it was her guide. You know what I mean? I mean, I wouldn't know if one of them was my guide when I went back there. You know? So,
yeah, it was really strange. I mean, it was just kind of fell, but you know, it was like Mexico. You know, that's the first thing I heard, and then I just saw the architecture and the you know, the fauna and everything.
Do you think you were supposed to learn anything from that? Did you bring anything back? Do you feel like there's anything there that you were supposed to recognize, or?
Well, I think just how this guide influenced me earlier in past lives.
Yeah.
And to not forget to speak to him, because I never.
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's important.
It is.
I know. I forget too. And one day, just to digress for a minute, one day I was sitting here. I was doing something on my laptop, and I'm thinking, you know, you could just call in whoever you want. You know, any of the guides, any of the archangels, any of the ascended masters. You can call in God. You can call in Jesus. You can call in anybody you want. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why aren't you calling them in?
Yeah.
So I remember to do that again.
I always.
And the other, like, they're probably saying, I think I'm going on vacation. She's calling again.
Yeah. Well, I've always spoken with my angels, and a guide came, was given. I was told about a guy who I truly resonated with. So I've been in contact a little bit, but not a whole lot. But he was like the first thing that popped up, and he's like, I want to show you, you know. So that's what he did, and it was just, I mean, it was very simplistic. We were just walking down the main street of the town, you know, from the church.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I feel like he was some type of clergy.
Yeah, I was going to say that when you said that. I thought I just thought it was something to do with the church. I did.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is, especially, and I'm sure Michael remembers this, is that I have a statue of something very similar to what was being described to me.
Oh,
remember that?
Okay.
Yes. Wow.
And yeah, and so that was interesting too. But and I'll tell you more after. But so it was like that, just kind of all came back again. Remember? So.
Wow.
Yeah, don't they always have a way of just like poking you and saying, "Huh, now you remember, huh?"
Yeah. I got to get you in hypnosis to remember who I am.
Well, that's
cornered.
Oh my goodness.
Because there's so many things going on, and sometimes you need to do that. Just be relaxed. You think you're relaxed, but you're not. You know.
Yeah. A lot's going on. So yeah, that makes sense. Definitely.
Wow.
So that was very interesting.
You did well. You did really well. Thank you.
You both did very, very well. And so now I have an idea of what it would be like, being that I did experience. So I will be open to it. But I do. How long did it really take you before you did your first one, though, Jen?
What's that?
How long did it take you to do your first read?
The first regression?
Yes.
You mean as far as my first client and stuff, or?
Yes. From the time you were studying it to where you went out and you started.
Within probably less than a year.
Wow. Okay. Well, that sounds good. That sounds great. You were able to do that within a year. Whoa. Okay. I'm just like, well, maybe I can do it in a year too. But no, that's absolutely.
Well, maybe we should try one on you sometime.
Well, yeah, you can, but not today.
Now that you know it's safe.
Yeah,
It's very safe. Because I won't, if you don't, you could stop at any time. That's what anytime during the whole time I was doing even the relaxation, if you felt it, and when there are big, those out there who I did regressions, believe me, it went so far and they go, I'm not going any further. I said, okay.
Oh. Huh. Okay. All right. I don't know what I'd have to hide, but I'd be afraid of what I reveal. But no, excuse me. Again, I'm very impressed. I am. I'm very impressed by both you and Peg because you're showing, you're giving the opportunity for others to see kind of a little sample of what happens and takes place. And there was no fear. There was calm. There was love, and the guidance was there. And even in your voice, Jan, I heard your voice change a little bit when you were talking with her. So,
oh, you did?
Oh, yes. You'll hear it when you replay it. I do feel that your voice changed a little bit. I don't know if anybody else picked that up, but to me, it did. To where it was, it just changed the pitch to a little. I don't know. I wouldn't say sharp, because you're not sharp in your vocal. You're.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It was very. I think I could tell that it did.
Okay.
Just within the first couple sentences, all of a sudden it just. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you. Where it's time for us to kind of go. Peg, thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you, Peg. That was wonderful.
And giving me the opportunity to learn more. And Jan, thank you too. You did absolutely wonderful. And I would trust you.
My pleasure.
I would trust you anytime, honey. So don't. It's not.
Thank you, Sprinkles, for being so wonderful to us.
Oh, I didn't do anything. You did it all. You and Peg.
No, you carried us through. Come on.
All right.
You were supportive.
I was there in case you needed me. But all right, everybody. Thank you all for joining us. Love and light. We'll see you again next week, and who knows what we're going to have then. We'll figure it out, and we'll give you a little heads up on it when we get to it. All right, folks. Any last words, ladies? Now's the time.
Stay in the moment.
Yes.
Have a great week, everyone.
Awesome. Yes, do so, please. All right. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Misty mountains, dusty roads ahead, crossing rivers, dreaming of a bed. From a window in the mighty clouds up high, I can touch a stream of gold above, breaking through with hope of light and love, giving peace of mind to those of us who try. Try to make a way. I can hear you say, let the sun shine on the broken. Let the summer come again. Let the heat find all the frozen. Let the force in. And I am above, I feel above. Oh, you have seen 1,000 lovers meet. You have seen 1,000 tiny feet. Seen them rest upon a hill beneath a crown. Try to make a way. frozen, let the force in. I am above, I feel above. Oh, let the sun shine on the broken. Let the summer come again. Let the heat find all the frozen. Let the force in. 'Cause I am. Let the force in. 'Cause I am. Let the force in.